It's one of my favorite stories about a leader at a company confronting another who had bully-like behavior. After Ted was hired at a company as a VP, he was invited to attend a monthly meeting of other VPs, cross-functional. And month after month, during the conversation, another VP, who I'll call Rick, was starting every time he would start to speak, he would say, "I don't mean to be a jerk, but," and then he continued. Actually, he used a word that wasn't jerk that starts with an A, but I'm cleaning it up. So month after month, Ted listened to this guy, Rick, start talking by saying, "I don't mean to be a jerk, but," and then he continued talking, being a jerk. 7 months in, Ted had finally had enough. Rick started talking, "I don't mean to be a jerk, but," and Ted stopped him. This is what Ted said. He said, "You know what? Stop. Month after month I've been coming here and you preface what you're going to say by saying you don't mean to be a jerk, but," and then you continue talking, showing us that you're a jerk. So either stop telling us you don't want to be a jerk because it sounds like you really do want to be a jerk, or just stop being a jerk." He said the whole room of VPs burst out laughing. You know why they were laughing? Because they were all thinking the same thing. But none of them have ever had the backbone or the wherewithal to confront Rick about his behavior. And the thing is, Rick was treating his employees with subtle bullying behavior as well. It wasn't until Ted was willing to stand up and speak out and confront this guy that the behavior, at least in the meetings, actually stopped. Unfortunately, stories like this one are rare because most leaders will not be like Ted and stand up to other leaders and other colleagues in the workplace who are jerks and bullies in order to ensure that they have a harmonious, safe, productive work environment. Most leaders in the corporate world today are like those other leaders who were in the room who did nothing. And this is a big problem corporate-wide, and not just in the United States, but worldwide. And really, the leaders who chose to not stop Rick from behaving like that, at least in their presence, were complicit in his behavior. Now, what can a leader do about behaviors like this in the corporate world? Well, I have a few ideas for you. Number one, stop thinking that it's not your business. The behavior is called subtle bullying when it's intentional, it occurs regularly, and it's intended to bring the bully's target down. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who just got up on the wrong side of the bed one day. I'm talking about those three things. Subtle bullies hurt morale, lower employee productivity, and lower employee engagement. Now, when that happens, costs go up and revenue goes down. It hits the bottom line negatively, and that is your business. Number two, talk to other leaders or other colleagues when you see or hear hints of bullying behavior. Be more like my friend Ted when you see or hear things that could be or probably are workplace bullying, especially when it tends to be intentional and recurring. Now, Ted is calm and low-key, but he's also funny. He has a good sense of humor. You don't have to use humor when you're talking to people who might be a workplace bully. You just have to do it and remain calm and even-tempered in order to talk to them. Number three, be open to listen to other employees tell their stories. Whether the people are being bullied are your direct reports or not, have an open door policy and express openness to listening to people. While not everyone being bullied is actually being bullied, more often than not, they probably are. The number of reports from people who think they're being bullied and they're not are really small. Most of the time, people who are being bullied don't say a word because they don't think anybody's open to listening to them. Number four, if you have any employees reporting to you in your organization who are bullying others, be willing to confront them. You may be a company president, a C-level leader, a VP, a director, or a manager. If you've got somebody in your organization who's bullying somebody, you've got to find out about it and put a stop to it. Confront the person who's bullying another. Be careful that you don't believe everything that the supposed bully says to you. They tend to be very cunning and clever when it comes to getting people on their side against their target. They'll want you to believe that the target is the problem. This happens all the time. The target gets blamed and then either fired or laid off. And then next, the bully needs to choose somebody else to target as their person they're going to bully. It's a never-ending loop. You've got to put a stop to it. Now, what are the benefits to you? Well, by confronting workplace bullies at your place of work, you will let bullies know that you won't stand for it. You'll become an even stronger leader. You'll create an environment at work that encourages productivity and encourages employee engagement. You'll have employees who are healthier, less sick days. By doing this, you'll develop a team of people reporting to you, and maybe even not reporting to you, who are loyal to you and will do anything for you, because this is the kind of leader you are. You'll be a role model for future business leaders. How about you? Are you ready to be a leader who confronts bullies and makes the workplace a better place to be every day? Please check out my book, Not All Bullies Yell and Throw Things: How to Survive a Subtle Workplace Bully. And if you're interested in this topic of workplace bully, check out my other videos on this channel. If you're on mobile or any kind of device, really, you can click the I in the upper right-hand corner to pull up other videos on this topic. Thanks for watching.